Hi there, and welcome to Twist and Flow Wellness Studio. I'm Adeline, and I'll be your guide for our practice today. Today's practice will help us ground down, find support from the ground up. So we'll start with a little warm up, find a few rounds of an intentional flow, and make our way down to the ground in Shavasana to end things. When you're ready, come on down to your mat. We're going to start in reclined butterfly pose. So turn to face the top edge of your mat, and if you have them available, go ahead and grab 2 blocks, bringing them to either edge of your mat, and make your way down to your back. Settling your spine to the floor, go ahead and walk the soles of your feet together, all the way together, opening the knees out wide. And like I said, if you have those blocks, place one under each knee, each thigh. Give yourself a little support so that your knees aren't splaying open, but that you have a place to ground the knees. Option to open the palms out at your sides, facing the ceiling. Bring one hand to the low ribs, one hand to the belly, or you could take that big reach up overhead, clasp opposite elbow, and set the arms on the floor behind your head. Wherever you choose to end up, maybe close down your eyes and start to relax through the physical body with each exhale, settling, softening, coming to stillness. Bringing your awareness over to your breath now. For our pranayama today, we're working on a box breath technique. So we'll inhale in through the nose for a count of 4. Hold, retain that breath at the top of an inhale for a count of 4, and exhale out nice and slow through the nose for a count of 4. We'll take 2 cycles of breath before we begin, and we'll do 4 full rounds. With your next inhale, breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. At the end of that exhale, allow your breath to make its way back to its natural rhythm. Take a couple cycles of breath here just to notice how you feel now in your physical body and in your mind. With your next inhale, start to blink the eyes back open. Lift the knees, bringing the feet down to the floor, and then start to hug those knees in towards your chest, bringing each palm to each knee. We'll start to draw some circles with the knees. Bring each knee up, out, and around, so the knees circle in opposite directions from one another. Pressing your spine in towards the floor to find the support of the ground, that grounding sensation. And the next time that your knees hug in towards your chest, go ahead and switch the direction of that circle. And the next time that your knees come in towards your chest, pull each knee open towards each armpit, finding your modified happy baby. Take 2 big breaths here, intentionally breathing into those hip creases, finding some space there. With the end of your exhale, bring the knees back together, cross at the ankles, hands come to the backs of the thighs, and we'll slow motion start to find that rock and roll up to our seat. Once you arrive, find your easy pose. So crossing at the legs, sitting up nice and tall here. Maybe setting your blocks off to the side. We'll find a cat-cow in our seat. So hands come to the knees. With an inhale, we swoop the chest forward, open up the throat, gaze upwards. Exhale, round through the spine, chin tucks to chest. Curl the chin in as you peel the shoulder blades away from one another. Inhale to open, cow shape with the spine. Exhale, cat-like back, rounding through the back. Inhale, open. Exhale to round through. One more like that. Inhale, open up. Exhale, cat spine. And with your next inhale, sit up nice and tall. Now we'll start to find a circle with the chest. Inhale to swoop forward. Exhale, find that cat-like spine as you swoop backwards in space. Inhale to open. Exhale to round through. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, take it around and back. One more time forward. And as you come through the back of your circle, switch directions. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, come back. Good. A few like that in this direction. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, roll through the back. And the next time you come through the back end of your circle, pausing in stillness, use your inhale to sit up nice and tall. And from here, we'll come forward to our tabletop pose, swinging the legs off to one side or the other. Stacking the wrists under the shoulders, knees underneath the hip points. We're going to start by coming right up to our downward facing dog, walking the fingertips, the pinkies off to the edges of the mat, curling those toes under and sending the tailbone up high towards the sky. Really lift that tailbone up, press through all 10 finger pads so you can rotate those elbow creases in towards center. Chest presses back towards your thighs, lengthening out through the backs of your legs. Heels do not have to come to touch the ground, and in fact, you can keep a nice big bend in your knees here to start. Soften through the crown, the head, neck, and shoulders, allowing your head to get heavy here. Take 2 more cycles of breath right here. With the end of that exhale, find a big bend in your knees. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, take baby steps to walk it up to forward fold at the top edge of your mat. Again, relax the head, neck, and shoulders over. With your next inhale, find this slow roll all the way up to standing, taking your time to get up there. At the top, drop the shoulders down away from the ears, palms turn open, shoulders drop down in space. With your next inhale, we'll find this grounding through the left foot. Start to peel the right heel up off the floor. With your next breath in, lift the right knee up, find a stork pose. With your exhale, find this slow motion step back in space. Right foot steps back into a high lunge. Tuck that right knee under. Inhale, reach the fingertips up in space. With your exhale, pivot on the back foot. Toes turn to face the long edge of your mat. Reach those fingers front and back, and make sure that that front knee stacks over front ankle in your warrior two. From here, we're going to cactus the arms, find that goalpost shape. With your exhale, tip the left elbow towards the left thigh. With your inhale, rise back up. Exhale, tip right elbow towards the right thigh. Inhale to come back up. 2 more like that in each direction. Exhale to tip. Inhale to rise. Exhale to tip. Inhale to rise. Exhale to tip. Inhale to rise. Last tip over to the right. Inhale to lift up. With your exhale, drop left elbow to left knee, right fingertips rise up, extended side angle. Option to look up in space towards your right fingers or drop that gaze down towards the floor, making sure that we're not collapsing into that left shoulder, but we're staying nice and lifted out of shoulder, out of elbow. With your next inhale, reach through the right fingertips, extend the left leg, left fingertips rise up for your reverse triangle pose. With your exhale, drop the left fingertips to the waistline, pivot on the left toes, turn them to face the long edge of your mat, then turn your heels in, toes out to find this straddle stance. Pull your pelvis underneath you, and with your exhale, start to sink your hips straight down in space, knees track in line with toes, and we pull those knees open towards the back of our mat. Hands can come to the thighs, or you can bring hands to the waistline here. Option to pause in stillness or find this gentle sway side to side, pressing, grounding through that foundation of your feet, lifting up through that energy from the floor up. Take another cycle of breath here. With the end of your exhale, come to stillness. Inhale to rise up to standing. Turn the toes back to face the long edge of your mat, heels open out. And with your exhale, hinge, drop the chest forward in space at that halfway point. Relax over, fingertips come to the floor. If you need, you could always grab a block. Use that under the fingertips, lift the floor up to you. And if you have enough room, you could clasp at the elbows. Bring the crown towards the floor here. Keep a nice soft bend in both knees. Take 2 more cycles of breath here, completely relaxing over, grounding through the feet. With your next exhale, start to lift up, plant the palms and walk it forward, pivoting on the feet to come through your low lunge. Planting the palms, step the left foot back, plank pose, or lowering to the knees for half plank. Hug the elbows into the side body, come all the way down to the belly. Plant the palms, use your inhale, lift the chest, cobra pose. Exhale to release. Curl the toes under, and we'll lift the tailbone up high and back, downward facing dog. Press the tailbone up in space. Press the chest back towards the thighs. Head and neck get loose, get heavy. With your next exhale, find that big bend in the knees. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, baby steps take you up to that forward fold at the top edge of your mat. With your next inhale, slow roll all the way up to Tadasana, mountain pose. Shoulders roll back, palms open to face front. This time we'll shift our weight, ground down through the sole of the right foot. Inhale, peel the left heel up off the floor. And with your next breath in, find that lift of the left knee, stork pose. With your exhale, slow and steady step that left foot back in space to come through your high lunge. Tuck your tailbone under. Inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. With your exhale, pivot on the back foot. Front knee stacks over front ankle as we find our warrior two. Fingers reach front and back. With your next breath in, cactus the elbows. And with your exhale, tip to the right. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to tip left. Inhale to lift to center. Exhale to tip. Inhale to center. Exhale to tip. Good. One more each side. Inhale to lift. Exhale to tip. Inhale to lift. Exhale to tip. With your inhale, come back to center. Exhale, set the right elbow down, left fingertips rise up for that extended side angle, lifting up out of that right shoulder, not collapsing our weight there. Take a big breath in and out. With your next inhale, lift out of the left fingertips, right leg extends, right fingertips rise up, reverse triangle pose. With your next exhale, release the hands to the waistline, pivot on that right foot, turn to face the wide edge of your mat, and we'll find that goddess pose. So turn the heels in, toes out, find that straddle stance, tuck the pelvis under with your exhale, Sink the hips straight down in space, knees track out in line with toes. Option to pause again, find that hold in stillness, or maybe that little sway side to side. Or this time, we'll cactus the elbows. Exhale, tip to the left. Inhale to center, exhale to the right. Inhale to center, exhale to the left. Inhale to center, exhale to the right. Good. One more each side. Lift through center, exhale to the left. Inhale to rise, exhale to tip. With your next inhale, rise up. Hands drop to the waistline. Turn those toes to the long edge of your mat. Heels come back out. And we'll find that wide-legged fold. Hinge at the hips. Drop the chest forward in space. At that halfway point, drop the crown. Maybe you grab that block. Maybe you plant the palms on the floor. Tuck the chin to the chest. Let the crown drop down. 2 big breaths here. At the end of your exhale, start to bend into the knees. Walk it forward as you pivot on both feet to come through that low lunge, planting the palms to step the right foot back, plank or half plank. Either way, hug it in to lower to the belly. Palms come in line with the ribs. Use an inhale to lift the chest, cobra. Exhale to release. This time we'll press up and back. Make our way through an extended child's pose. Toes touch, knees come out wide. Set the hips to the heels and start to lower the forehead to the floor, reaching through the fingertips, stretching out through the upper back as we come to relax and soften, winding our way down into the cool down, the end phase of our practice. With your next inhale, start to rise back through your tabletop pose. Swing your legs off to one side or the other and come through to a seat, opening your legs out wide into a wide-legged forward fold. Once again, we'll use that inhale to lift up out of the spine, exhale to hinge forward at the hips, and maybe you grab your blocks here for underneath your palms at any height, high, medium, or low. Give yourself a little lift as you start to fold forward. Maybe you bring them to the floor to set your forearms on as you work to build that depth in your stretch. Wherever you are, fold until you meet that edge, that big stretching sensation as it starts to turn on across the backs of the legs and the hips. Tuck that chin to your chest and start to soften the upper body over. We'll take 4 big breaths here. With your next inhale, start to rise back up. And from here, we'll find another side body bend. Slide the left palm down the inside of the left leg. Use an inhale. Take the right fingertips up. Exhale, tip it over. Sending the right fingertips towards the left toes, just as a visual. Roll that right shoulder back in space. Settle in. 2 big breaths here. With your next inhale, rise through center, take it through to the other side. Right hand slides down the right leg, left fingertips rise up, and exhale, tip it over. Find that side bend. 2 big full breaths here. With your next inhale, rise back up through center. As you come up, grab onto the backs of your legs, start to bend into the knees, bring the feet to the floor. And we're going to scoot ourselves forward in space on our mat so we have enough room to come to lie back down on our backs, hugging the knees in towards the chest as we arrive. Go ahead and open your arms out into a T. With your next exhale, drop the feet back to the floor. Walk your feet out as wide as your mat and use an exhale to drop the knees over to the left. Supine twist. 2 big breaths here. With your inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, drop it over to the right. With your inhale, bring the knees back up. And with your next big breath in, hug the knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. With your exhale, release that bind, plant your palms at your sides, pressing the hands into the floor, and we'll start to send the toes up towards the ceiling, legs up the wall pose. Take 2 more cycles of breath here, letting your body come back into that parasympathetic nervous system. We're calming everything down. With your next exhale, start to bend into the knees, set the feet on the floor, and we'll be making our way back to that reclined butterfly where we started. So if you have those blocks available, bring them off to either edge of your mat as you bring the feet together. Open the knees out wide and set those blocks if you have them under the knees. Otherwise, you can roll with no blocks as well. Open the palms at your sides, turn to face the ceiling. Let your upper back start to spread, press into the floor, finding that last tuck of the chin in towards the chest. The spine is one long line from crown to tail. Closing down your eyes here if you haven't already, releasing any tension that might remain in the physical body. Slide your attention, your awareness back to your breath here. Without altering it, let that soft, easy rhythm anchor you to the here and now as we pause for a minute of stillness in our reclined butterfly to soak up the benefits of our practice. Begin to deepen your breath, bringing some life back through your physical body, starting to wiggle through the fingers, the toes, start to move through the hands and wrists, taking any final small little movements here that feel good for you. And when you're ready, you can start to lift the knees, bring the feet back to the floor. Scoot that block off to the side if you were using it. And go ahead and turn onto one side or the other. Come through to your fetal pose where we'll pause at the bottom, spending 4 more breaths nice and slow. And with your next inhale, you can start to press yourself up. Make your way to a comfortable seated posture, maybe that cross-legged seat, your easy pose. And as you arrive, close the eyes back down just for another moment, allowing yourself a beat here to thank yourself for making your way to your mat, grounding yourself with your physical body and your breath, cultivating a little bit of connection with your true self. As always, I thank you so much for making your way to the mat, joining me here for our practice today. It's always an honor and a joy to guide you. When you're ready, you can bring your palms together in prayer. Your Anjali Mudra will take 2 breaths in through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth together to close. Inhaling in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Namaste. Thank you again so much for joining me here. I hope you enjoyed our practice. Let me know how it went for you in the comments below, and I hope to see you back on your mat here sometime soon.